Quick, easy solutions. Do they work? Hi, my name is Susie Porter, and I'm a spiritual life coach, and I help women find solutions for their lives. We humans, we love a quick, easy solution, instant relief, right? It's so inviting. We live in a culture and a society that promises us quick answers. If we have a problem, we can just buy a pill or a spray or a lotion, right? It'll go away immediately. One of the funniest people I've ever read, his name is H.L. Mencken, and he was like a political satirist. And he gives some of the funniest quotes. And this one I thought really was a good one for this topic. For every complex problem, there's a solution that is simple, neat, and wrong. I like to think of myself as a happy, extroverted person. I love to be funny and to make people laugh. And I have a hard time hanging around with people who are grumpy or who complain a lot. And I used to think it was because I was a highly sensitive person, like, ooh, I didn't want that energy, that maybe even an empath. But lately, I've been realizing and thinking that it might also be because I've spent so much of my life in the past trying so hard to outrun depression. Because for me, it was like quicksand. Once it got a hold of me, I was powerless to get out of it. One time I had a therapist tell me this definition of depression. It's actually called anhedonia, and it's the loss of interest and enjoyment in all activities that you once liked, the feeling of not caring anymore. Oof, that hits. I remember it so well. And every day I wake up and I'm not depressed, I thank God, right? Because it was the worst. I have a lot of compassion for people who struggle with depression because I understand how difficult it is. So I really like being around people who are optimistic. Pollyanna, she would have been my perfect best friend. But the thing is, we can't always be around shiny, happy people. And what I'm starting to realize and to work on is how to protect and manage my own inner emotional world. Emotional maturity isn't something that I learned really at home or even at school. Most of us are told as little kids, be good, be quiet, or the worst, be nice. Ugh. Whenever I see those kinds of sayings on a plaque, I immediately think, no, I'm going to be authentic. And that might not always be good or quiet or even nice. I might have to be loud and strong and assertive, even aggressive. And you know what? It's okay, right? As a matter of fact, it's healthy, it's human. Anger, fear, sadness, jealousy, even rage. All of these emotions, they're just part of being a human being. Yeah, of course, I want to live in the higher vibrations: love, mercy, joy, bliss, wonder, but I can't fake my way there. Brene Brown calls that toxic positivity, and I grew up with plenty of that. Smile, God loves you was plastered on smiley faced shirts on every kid I knew in the 1960s. Smile, God loves you. I never once saw a bumper sticker that said, honor your authentic emotions, God loves you. And if you think about it, if God really does love me, would he want me to smile when I feel like shit? No, he would want me to feel everything, right? Emotional authenticity and emotional maturity, ooh, is healthy. And it's what helps us to become whole. Dr. Carl Jung says we got to integrate our shadow or we're never going to be whole. You can't outrun it if it's within you. Okay, so what's the answer, right? What's the quick, easy answer? What's the 3 easy steps to emotional maturity? Where's my 5-step plan to enlightenment? Oof, I love what Dr. David Hawkins says about enlightenment. He says, enlightenment isn't something that you have to work for or achieve, it's what you already are. If you want to be enlightened, just stop being unenlightened. I just watched a video of him talking about that, and I heard him say that this morning, and he laughed. I mean, he taught well into, I don't know how old he was when he died, but he was this cute little elfish old man, and he used to laugh at his own little jokes, and that made him laugh a lot when he said, "Just stop being unenlightened." I mean, it sounds so simplistic, doesn't it? But think about it. When you plant a seed in the ground, the seed doesn't have to think, grow, grow, grow. I must grow. If you water it and take care of it, it's just going to grow, right? Or a baby in the womb doesn't have to force itself to develop. The planets don't have to work really hard to transit around the sky. And are we different than seeds and babies and planets? I mean, what are we? Are we just these human beings with tons of problems that we have to fix? Are we just crazy, fearful thoughts in our minds? What if there really was more to us? What if we actually could be enlightened? And what if all that we had to do was to just sit quietly for a few minutes a day and let that realization sink in? What if all we really have to do is to just be willing to connect with what is already deep within us? What if all of us have within us a masterpiece? Just like the famous statue of David, when Da Vinci said, when they asked him, "How did you carve this?" He said, "David was there. I just chipped away what wasn't David." Wow. What an amazing idea, right? What if becoming enlightened isn't so much something that we have to do as it is something that we have to undo, right? What did you just know when you were a young kid that has been socialized out of you by a family who meant well, who loved you so much, but that was part of a culture that didn't recognize, wasn't aware of the divinity and the enlightenment within you? That was always there. Doesn't it feel good? It makes me feel good to consider that maybe, just maybe, the answers to all of our problems are actually already within us. Can you imagine looking within yourself to find peace, equilibrium, love? All the love you've been looking for in all the wrong places. Believe me, I get it. Acceptance and freedom, all of that you crave so much, which is part of being a normal human being, right? What if everything you most deeply desire is within you? The kingdom of heaven is within you. Wow, what does that mean? This idea goes against so much of how we're conditioned to think, feel, believe. We're taught from such a young age to look to the external world for our answers, right? Be good, be nice, be quiet, get good grades, go to a great college, get fancy degrees, get a prestigious career, have a perfect family, be rich, and then just maybe you'll be fulfilled and complete. There have been many times in my life where I have kind of like a a post goal letdown, right? Like, I remember my wedding. It was a beautiful day, and we planned it for like a year. And then the next day you wake up with this sense. I mean, I was super happy, don't get me wrong, but there's this sense of, uh, now what? Like, uh you work so hard to get something, and then what? You're still you, right? Damn, I thought that Tesla was surely going to be the end. It was going to fill that void. But there's nothing wrong with having goals, going to fancy schools, or any of those things, right? But the missing piece is always when we expect anything outside of us to be the thing that we're ultimately searching for. It reminds me of a story I heard once of a man asked his guru where enlightenment was. Guru, guru, I've looked everywhere. I went to the bottom of the deepest ocean. I climbed the highest mountain. I visited the holiest temples. I still haven't found it. Where is enlightenment? And the guru said, it will be in the last place you ever look, inside of you. You have to close your eyes to find it. And then it makes sense that we would look outside of ourselves to find enlightenment. Our eyes look out, not in. Yet it is within us that our answers will be found. Are they quick and easy? I don't know, but I know they ain't out there. I know for sure they're in here, in my mind and in my heart, within me. And your answers are within you. This I know. Give yourself time to consider this. And take time every day to just be still and to just know this. It doesn't mean that you can't read books. I mean, God knows I've got like 1,000 books. I've taken a million classes. I've been a searcher, seeker my whole life. But everything I've ever learned, every teacher, including Marianne Williamson and all the brilliant, famous people, Martha Beck, that I have studied with and met and learned from, the answer is 100% of the time always within me. As smart and enlightened and successful as these people are, they can never do for me what only I can do for myself. They can only shine the light, but I've got to go within and find it within myself. Take time every day just to breathe deeply, relax your body, and notice what you're thinking and feeling, and honor that. Give yourself time and space to be quiet and still. Yeah, be quiet. Not because you have to be nice, but because you want to give space to hear all the totality of what is within you and to let it settle, right? To just let it settle. What's the path to enlightenment? It's the shortest journey, right? Between your heart and your heart and your head, here to here. I'm not going to tell you to stop looking, but I will tell you, stop looking out there and start looking in here. Take good care of all that is within you, all the thoughts that you're thinking, even right here, right now, all the emotions that you're feeling, all the things that you're doing. Relax and trust and know that enlightenment is within you. You are safe, you are loved, and you are part of this big cosmic play we call human life. There's nowhere you have to go, nothing you have to do. All you have to do is be still and know that you are divine. You are God. You are one with God. You are one with, if you don't like the word God, you are one with the energy, the quantum field, the universal divine intelligence and wisdom that runs everything. You're a part of it. You're a part of nature. You're a part of supernatural. You're a part of all of this. You are not separate. You are not alone. All minds are joined. And all of us are here together, evolving and expanding. And we're doing that by looking within. Take good care. God bless you.